Hey guys, my name is Shashwat and I'm a legal intern at LEXIS and Company. In this video, I'll be talking about the judgment and the order. How are they different? So let's start with judgment. Judgment is a selection given by someone concerning a specific issue. A judgment below the eyes of regulation is a selection given with the aid of using code of regulation on a case which comes as much as it. The Code of Criminal Procedure in India does now no longer outline a judgment. The Code of Criminal Procedure in India does now no longer outline a judgment, but yet in the chapter 27 of the code with the topics regarding a judgment and its delivery offers. A judgment may be taken into the consideration to be the very last order handed with the aid of using a criminal courtroom, which may also be both be mentioned as a conviction of accused if such character is observed to be responsible, or as an acquittal of the accused if such character is observed to be innocent. In the Supreme Court of India, in case Surendra Singh versus State of UP in 1953, described judgment as the very last selection of the court intimidated to the events and to the arena at huge through formal pronouncements or delivery in open court. In section 353, it helps us understand the process of procurement and the pronouncement of a judgment. It says that the pronouncement of a judgment in every trial in a criminal court should be done in an open court as soon as a trial subject court is terminated. Such a judgment should be pronounced by a presiding officer who is in charge of the criminal court of the original jurisdiction. Such an officer passing the judgment should sign the script and every page as well as the date of the judgment pronounced should be attached to such a document. Also in section 357, the power of a court to demand compensation from the accused with regard to the losses incurred by other party to the suit are mentioned. Now let's come to order. An order is a command that is given via a way of means of a judge. With relation to an intending at a court, though the order isn't always constantly the cease of the court intending, only if such an order surpassed is the very last order of the case. Otherwise, orders are surpassed in among court lawsuits to attend to the case and the matters related to it. There are orders that are to the case and the matters related to it. Now, in the chapter 27 of Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, there are such orders mentioned. However, the time period order isn't always described below CRPC and finds it that means below the Civil Procedure Code. In section 413, the section helps us understand the process of execution of an order under the Indian legal system. As a general rule, an order of a court is founded on objective considerations, and as such the judicial order must contain a discussion of the question at issue and the reason which prevailed with the court which led to the passing of the order. The main difference that arises between the judgment and order is that a judgment and an order paintings in coherence alongside different factors beneath the judicial techniques, so that it will examine the troubles with the reference to the case depend earlier than the court. It occupies the seat of decision maker on the behalf of regulations and judiciary. He has the power to permit and furnish orders and decision selections to be applied on and with the aid of using the events upon the issue depend on the case. The composition, motive, ground and present effect of a judgment and order are very wonderful as in keeping with the nature and for this reason are provisioned one by one below the code. I may conclude by saying that a judgment and an order under the CRPC 1973 may seem to be quite similar concept but have a significant difference as they have been portrayed in the article. The concept of the judgment and order may not have been defined under CRPC, but both provisions form a vital aspect of criminal law system in India. Judgment decides on the finality of the case, while an order is more of an interim measure. Thus, both of these are essential instruments of all criminal code across India. Thank you.